Yeah, you're right. Maryville, number one team in the state. They've won 40 games in a row.
Many sports journalists try to focus on one aspect of media, but UT student Nathan Odom, who is just a sophomore, has already tried his hand at writing and radio.
And I found JEM in the fall, the Tennessee Journalist, and they adopted me in as a sports writer, and I wrote a little stuff for football and started out there, and I really enjoyed that.
While he loves writing, Odom also knows how to capture an audience over the airwaves. He got his start just a few months ago.
In the spring, I got connected with John Reed, and John offered to let me come up and produce a little for the shows at 1180, that radio station, and so I did a little bit of that.
Odom does all of this in a wheelchair. He has never let that hold him back, and instead, it helps him appreciate life.
It just impacts the way you look at life and the way you take things day by day. Just saying, at any moment, your life could be so much different, or you could be going such a different way, and it's a little bit of appreciating what you do.
Odom's appreciation for life is unique, but his love for sports originated elsewhere. His dad's knowledge and ability to teach have been instrumental in Nathan's career choice.
He's taught me so much of what I know, just in-depth stuff about football, baseball. I remember just growing up, I've watched a bunch of games with him.
Watching those games has given him an edge in dissecting film.
So what you're going to see here is a rollout pass play. This thing is a tight end right here is going to set a nice seal block, get those guys in space, and instead of passing, they actually just take off. You get the nice lead blockers who he leaves behind, but you get a big gain and almost scores in this play.
He has a unique story and an even more unique ability to break down football. But the thing Odom wants people to know is that he's just a regular guy who plays video games. Like most of his life, they too revolve around sports. For UT Today, this is Cody McClure reporting. When cancer strikes close to home, R.E. Faust and his Real Men Wear Pink campaign are there to fight it. Faust and his sister Jenny have participated in several walks to raise awareness.
I'm doing this because my brother, this is his campaign, and his name's R.E. Faust, and he's raising money, so I'm here to support him during this walk because his wife, my sister-in-law, was diagnosed with breast cancer.
I will be doing a walk. I will not be doing a run. This body is not built for running.
This is the first year that I think my brother has participated in this, so I'm not really for sure how long this has been going on with the Real Men Wear Pink campaign.
Faust and his sister were not the only ones participating in last Sunday's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk at World's Fair Park. Hundreds of people showed up to make the trek and show their support. Walkers of all ages ranged from men to women to survivors to event organizers to people simply extending a hand of support. One of the easiest ways to help is by making donations. Faust and his team have raised over $10,000. The Prayer Warriors and Western Avenue Farm Bureau are not far behind. Total, teams have raised over $168,000 for breast cancer research. For UT Today, this is Cody McClure reporting. Sam Foreman hasn't always been overweight, but now he faces a challenge not unknown to hundreds of other UT students. He's carrying too much baggage.
Actually, I've put on a lot of weight since I have been a student at UT. My junior and senior year of high school were the 2 years I was the most healthiest.
Sam eats a lot of foods that aren't good for him, and he knows it. Still yet, it's hard for him to eat healthy. He says time is a huge restraint for stressed out students. Healthy alternatives just aren't a priority.
It's really hard when you're a college student, regardless of whether you live at home, you live on campus, or you live in an off-campus apartment, to make time when you're so busy to eat healthy.
UT student nutrition educator Elizabeth Wunschel says part of the problem is that fast food is cheap and easy to come by.
It's so quick and readily available, fast food is, and I think the problem that a lot of students have is that they don't have the time to cook themselves or to wait for something that might take a little bit longer but is healthier. And so usually what's available like McDonald's and stuff like that, it doesn't take very long to get, and it's cheaper. That's another thing for college students.
Elizabeth says there are healthy ways to combat the problem. Small steps, such as wheat bread instead of white bread and apples instead of French fries, are a step in the right direction.
It doesn't require restricting yourself or making your life miserable. It's just a matter of taking what you're already eating and choosing healthier options so that you can better maintain your weight and health for your future.
Most doctors and nutritionists also say not only should you limit fast foods and processed foods, but you should be careful what you're drinking. It's much better to drink half your body weight in water than it is to drink half your body weight in soda. Sam realizes it is an uphill battle, but he knows that a proper diet is the first step in overcoming his weight problem.
You have to make a conscious choice to do it. You have to be willing to spend more money, and you just have to force yourself to do it.
For UT Today, this is Cody McClure reporting.